weather fans, we are back again for another huge winter storm. Here we are at Lowe's department store. It's crazy. We're here to pick up some supplies to get ready for the big blizzard. Cosmo, what do you got?
I got us a snowblower.
Cosmo, that's not a snowblower.
Oh.
All right, well, we're going to try and figure it out. We will be back. We're going to hit some other stores, and we're going to get prepared for this monster blizzard. All right, Scoop Jackson's still here at Lowe's, trying to get some more supplies. I'm looking for the shovels, and I can't find Cosmo anywhere. He was supposed to get some ice melt. I don't really... Cosmo, what? I don't know why he's running. All right, Scoop Jackson and Cosmo here. We're now at a grocery store trying to pick up some staples for the big storm coming up. Let's see what we can find. All right, we are live here at the grocery store. It is a madhouse. It is like the Hunger Games Blizzard edition. It is make sure we got everything. Cosmo, did we got everything?
Scoop, I got it all. I got it all here.
Okay, all right, we got to get out of here. We got to pay for this stuff and hit the road. Fanger, what is the update? Give it to us, Storm.
All right, snow lovers, we got an unbelievable storm heading our way. Who would have thought just a few weeks ago that we would be potentially coming close to our seasonal average in the month of March after this horrible warm winter that we've had. It's pretty insane to think that this one storm, just like last year with the blizzard, can bring us up pretty close to our seasonal average. So let's take a look and see what we got. All right, so the reason why this storm has the potential to be so powerful is because there's a couple different systems that are coming in. As you know, over the weekend, the cold air has definitely settled in. And that front came all the way down to just about North Carolina, Virginia, and a storm system this past weekend rode along it and actually gave them an unprecedented amount of snow, which is pretty crazy. So the cold air, which is ingredient number one, is there. Absolutely no doubt about it. Now, we have a storm system that's coming in from the upper Midwest, and what's going to happen is we have a low pressure system that's coming up the coast. These two are going to phase. When storm systems phase off of the East Coast, they go through a process called bombogenesis, which is called, for short, bombing out. All right?
We did it! That bombogenesis.
Did it!
And that causes rapid intensification. And what it does is it throws the moisture over top of that cold air that has settled in. That's called fetch. All right, and when you get that fetch off of the ocean, and the oceans are still pretty cold, all right, you can get a ton of snow.
That is so fetch.
Gretchen, stop trying to make fetch happen. It's not going to happen.
So what I want to show to you guys right now is a simulated radar. This is the NAM para model, okay? And you can see right up in here, okay, this is the hours, and these are hour by hour. That's hour 14, hour 15 from now. And so as you can see from our location right here in the Lehigh Valley, this is the leading edge of the snow. So I see the snow starting here around 1 a.m. We are 4 hours behind us because this is Zulu time. All right, so we are starting around 1 a.m. It comes in, starts a little bit light, but then rapidly intensifies. And you can see all of this moisture coming up the coast and this fetch that's just coming off of the ocean. All right, it is going to be a very juicy storm. You can see we're starting to get into some higher rates of snow right here. Okay, it's pretty steady. All right, and then look at all this moisture as the low is tracking up. It is a fully phased low, 988 millibars. That is a very strong low. All right, now I want you guys to see this right here. Most people think when they see purple on a map, they think that's sleet. They think that's freezing rain. No, this is snow. I'm going to pull this down so you can see how heavy of a snow this is. Okay? All right, we're up at the top of the scale as far as how intense this is. And this purple and these dark shaded blues are all coming north. This is going to be 2-3 inch an hour accumulations. It's crazy to think about how much snow is going to accumulate from this. All right, and as I move along in the model, you can see this is another hour that goes by, another hour, and it starts to wind down as it goes by. Also, I want you to notice is how tightly packed these isobars are. It is going to be very windy. I would not be surprised if we see blizzard-like conditions at the height of the storm, which will be tomorrow morning, and then the storm goes by. Let me show you the snowfall accumulation and how this will pile up very quickly. Okay, so here's 1 a.m. Okay, now this number right here, this is Reading right here. Okay, 3, these are every hour. That's 2 inches in an hour. 2 inches in an hour. 2 inches in an hour. 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3. And then you get your storm total right there just on this model alone, which is insane. That was at least 6 to 7 hours of 1 to 2, even 3 inches an hour. That's a tremendous amount. I personally am very excited to see that, but I'm very skeptical too. To see that amount of snow come down for such a long duration. That's how you get these numbers. So let's look at the individual models now. All right, and I'm going to show you what they're saying, okay? This storm has been on the maps and on the books for about 4 or 5 days now, and the models have been spitting out these numbers, which is insane. This is the Euro model, as you can see. It's putting out, we're right here, all right? It's putting out crazy numbers right here, anywhere between 18 and 22 inches less south, because it's starting to show maybe a little sleet mixing in the Philadelphia region, all right? And as far as the next model, you have the NAM. Okay, this is the NAM showing close to 22 to 24 inches of snow. And by the way, this is at a 10 to 1 ratio. It's going to be, we're going to be between a 10 to 1 and 15 to 1 ratio. That's because of how cold it is. It's going to be more of a dry, fluffy snow as the storm progresses. And then with the next one, this is the Canadian model from yesterday. It's just showing a tremendous amount of snow. You're dealing with 24 to 28 inches of snow. All right. So as you can see, we have a lot of snow. I'm very skeptical to think that we're going to have this amount of snow. There's a lot of things that could still go wrong. There's a dry slot coming here. There's a track a little bit further to the east, which means everything gets pushed over. I don't think that's going to happen. I'd be surprised because the models have been so consistent. But then again, I've seen crazier things happen, like that 2015 storm where we were supposed to be in the teens for snowfall, and we ended up getting 1.5 inches. All right, let's go back to our Google Maps. We're going to zoom in one time, and here's my prediction. Okay, here we go. All right, let's see what we got here. All right, so you can see here's Allentown, here's Philly, Scranton, Harrisburg. Okay, I'm going to go a little bit more conservatively just because I believe that I can't see it snowing 2 to 3 inches an hour over a 6-7 hour time period. I don't think it's going to happen. I think we can have inch maybe for a little bit of time, 2 inches an hour, but over 6 hours, I'm a little skeptical of that. So I'm still going to be a lot of snow. 1.5 to 2 feet of snow. I'm leaving the plus sign up there just in case if it actually does snow 3 inches an hour, 2 inches an hour for a long period of time. But I don't think it's going to happen. When you start to get further south, you start to get some mixing issues. I think from Philadelphia up to Quakertown is about 12 to 15, and that kind of circles around as you get far away from the storm, and then going up through New England like that, and then beyond that, State College and on 6 to 12, and then progressively dwindling down to be a little bit less. You're going to have some very windy conditions. To be considered a blizzard, you need to have snowfall rate that's obviously very heavy. You need to have 3 hours of sustained 35 mile per hour winds. That's sustained, which means the wind is constantly going at 35 miles an hour. I don't think we're going to get to that criteria, so that's why we don't have blizzard watches, but we absolutely can have gusts up to 40, 50 miles an hour. So power outages are a possibility as well. Not to mention that some of the trees are actually starting to bloom just a little bit, which means they could catch snow and become a little bit heavier. All right, so because of this, the sleep inometer, that's a favorite part right here. All right, Tuesday, 100%. We're not gonna have school tomorrow, guys. Sleep in. All right, Wednesday, if we're getting 15 to 24 inches, then you're not gonna be able to get the side streets and all the places where the buses go to be able to have school on Wednesday. No school on Wednesday. All right, Thursday, okay? Now, I'm still leaving a 75% chance of not having school on Thursday because of the cleanup efforts that still have to go on. However, if we're closer to the 15 inches and not so much closer to the 2 feet, then yeah, there might be enough time after 2 solid days of cleaning up that we might be able to get in with a 2-hour delay. Now, if we're on the higher end of that, closer to 2 feet, then yes, there's still a possibility that we might have a 2-hour delay on Friday. However, I'm giving that a 50-50 shot, a 2-hour delay, or 50-50 for a normal start time. The one thing that can be thrown in there is I heard that if the governor issues a state of emergency, that our crews cannot come into school and clean up. If that's the case, then you can start throwing Friday into the mix of not having school as well. But I can't predict that. All right. Anyways, that's it for this. If we get 15 to 24 inches, plus the little bit that we've had so far this year, I'm actually pretty accurate with my winter forecast, which I never thought that I would say just as little of as much as a week ago. So that's what we got. Maybe this is the last video until next winter. Until then, Scoop, what you got for us?
Hey weather fans, Scoop Jackson here with Cosmo. We're here to scour the school, trying to get the local insight on what they feel about the storm coming up. We have here an esteemed teacher, a seasoned veteran. How do you feel about the storm coming up right now?
Feeling excited. Days off. It looks like we're gonna have a lot of days off.
Okay, are you worried about the fear factor of a storm of this magnitude actually causing any problems?
I hope not. Not worried about it at all. Nope. Are you worried?
There is a little bit concerned. The safety is the #1 thing we always worry about here. Cosmo, do you have any questions?
How do you think your Kia Soul will hold up in all this snow?
It's not gonna hold up. I'm not gonna go out. I'm not going anywhere.
Are you going to put chains on the tires?
No. No chains. No, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not gonna go anywhere.
Oh, okay. We're gonna move on. Thank you very much, and we're moving on. Hi, we're here again with another seasoned veteran teacher. I have a question about the storm that's coming, specifically about the storm. Are you worried about the factor of it, how big it's going to be, and the safety factor of it? Are you concerned about that at all?
Well, I have 2 main concerns. First of all, the wind. I'm hearing about widespread power outages and what that could do for us.
That's really serious.
Second of all, I'm worried about the bread. I'm seeing empty grocery shelves with no bread on it. And that's a real concern.
It's funny you bring that. We were just there, and it was crazy. We were crazy at the grocery store. I mean, it was nuts. I mean, everybody knows that March comes in like a lion. I don't know about the lamb part, but it's really going to be interesting. How do you feel about the students and how it's going to affect them in their learning process?
Well, I'm just concerned that work's not going to be done, especially if there's no power. How are they going to see to get their homework done? And I know that's one of their major
So you are
concerns.
giving homework over the long break?
Oh, I will be giving homework over the long break.
This is why we love her. Scoop and Cosmo, we'll be back. That's some really good interviews. The only thing I'm really worried about is how this whole storm is going to come in like a lion. That thing is really concerning.
Yeah, that's great. What's in here?
No. We definitely should not go in there. We definitely should not go in there.
This could be a new bunker.
All right, let's. I think he's gone. I think we lost him.
I think we're good. I think we're good. Yeah.
That's crazy. He's a big.